Michael Moynihan, who has 30 seconds to introduce.
But, I want to introduce a question there in relation to medical nursing and care posts that in Mallow General Hospital, and is the hospital working to full capacity in light of the crisis that are particularly in the city hospitals? Is Mallow working to full capacity? And maybe the Minister might make a statement on the matter.
Minister's 2 minutes.
To Deputy Moynihan for the question. Mallow General Hospital, as he knows well, is part of the South West Hospital Group. It is a Model 2 hospital providing acute general hospital services to the people of North Cork, and the hospital has 54 acute beds, over 220 staff and a budget of about €17.5 million for this current year. There are some staff vacancies at present in Mallow General Hospital across medical, nursing and health and social care. About 20 staff vacancies currently in the hospital, Deputy. The HSE has advised me that the overwhelming majority of these posts have been sanctioned for funding, and we're now awaiting the advertisement through the National Recruitment Services Division, and I'll certainly ask that that happens urgently. Retaining and increasing the number of nursing, medical and health and social care staff in the public health service is indeed a key priority. The total number of consultants, non-consultant hospital doctors and nurses has increased despite these challenges as well. So I've no doubt that we need to continue to do more, not just in Mallow General Hospital, but indeed in all of our Level 2 hospitals. I had the pleasure of visiting Bantry and Clonakilty this week as well. There's definitely capacity in some of our smaller hospitals. I want to see us do more in those hospitals. There are very few medical post vacancies in Mallow General Hospital. I'm told that the majority of the vacant posts are nursing post currently as well. So I'd be very happy in due course to visit Mallow Hospital, to meet with the management in the hospital and to look at what are the opportunities to expand services there. One of the areas that I'm particularly interested, Deputy, in to answer your question, is where there is bed capacity in some hospitals, can that be better utilised to take pressure off the larger hospitals? And secondly, can we use the NTPF to insource, not just outsource, but to insource into some of our smaller hospitals as well? So I am of the view there's more we can do in these hospitals, and Mallow certainly has an important role to play.
Thank you, Minister, for the reply. I suppose, first of all, Mallow General Hospital has huge investment in relation to its theatres and so forth over the last while. And right through various crises this year, particularly in the earlier part of this year, in the January, February, March time of this year, the capacity at Mallow General Hospital, the theatres were closed for a long period of time. There was 4 weeks, up to and including the 1st of April, there was 4 weeks that there wasn't any work going on there because of issues. And at that time, there was massive pressure on the CUH and the city hospitals. And, there's 20 vacancies or thereabout is what you answered. Right? When are they going to be advertised? When are they going to be filled? And I think that we have to be very serious about making sure that all services are utilised to the extent that is humanly possible, to make sure that Mallow and, the fantastic work and service that's provided by Mallow, I have personally experienced it right through the years, and I couldn't praise them enough for the people that are working there, the top of the range surgeons that are working there. But it is a facility that is underutilised, particularly when there is massive challenges in the city hospitals. And I think that it is high time that we looked at Mallow and other places to make sure that they are worked to the full capacity.
Minister.
Well, thanks very much, asking Corda. So I'd ask that the HSE revert directly to Deputy Moynihan in terms of when those advertisements for those vacant posts will be placed. But my understanding is it's pretty imminent, and that they have been sanctioned for funding. So it's a matter of placing the advertisements. But I'll ask that the HSE directly liaise with you. I did have an opportunity to meet with the CEO of the South West Hospital Group with my colleague Minister Jim Daly in Bantry on Monday, where we had a discussion about better utilising the Model 2 hospitals within the South West Hospital Group. Minister Daly is going to follow up on that for me, but one of the things we did agree with the South West Hospital Group now is when new consultant posts are being sanctioned anywhere in the group, that part of the requirement of the contract is that you actually go out to the Model 2s and do more of your clinics there, more of your theatre practice there as well. And I think through that we can drive more patients, more citizens through the Model 2 hospitals and keep them out of the larger hospitals, which you're quite right are extremely busy. So I'll come back to you directly through the HSE on when those posts will be advertised. And certainly I've made it very clear to the South West Hospital Group that I want to see plans to better utilise our Model 2s, and I'm more than happy to engage with you further on that.
Yeah, thank you. On how long have these vacancies, these positions been vacant in Mallow? How long? When was it decided that these 20 vacancies would be filled? When was that decision taken by the HSE South? And I suppose the point I'm asking is that you have identified, and you have fine words there, Minister, in relation to utilising Mallow General Hospital to the best of its ability to make sure that it takes pressure off of other hospitals. They're all fine aspirations, but how long have these vacancies been there? My information that they have been there for quite some time, and when will they be actually filled and Mallow working to its full capacity? And as I have said, from experience from within the hospitals, they're telling you when the theatres are closed and that there is a huge cancellation of acute or planned surgery within the city hospitals and Mallow lying idle. So I want to know, how long have these vacancies been vacant? When have they been identified? Have they been advertised as of now, or if they haven't, when will they be advertised and when will they be filled?
To be honest, I just want to be associated with Deputy Moynihan's comments, and I do want to congratulate the staff. But I had a PQ question in on the 29th of last month, actually asking about Mallow, Middleton, St Finbarrs, and so on and so forth, and I haven't received an answer yet. The Minister gave an answer of 20 staff vacancies today in Mallow, so I don't know. We're still having problems getting answers from the HSE. But again, I just want to be associated with Deputy Moynihan's comments, and also the fact that these are the community hospitals, these are the heartbeats of the country, and we need to have them fully staffed. And I would urge you to just keep an eye on the PQs that we are putting into the HSE, because we're not getting the answers at all. Thank you.
Minister.
Thanks very much, Deputy Buckley. I'll follow that up. That's not acceptable. The HSE are meant to answer those questions within a set time frame, and I'll follow up directly in relation to your own. And Deputy Moynihan, I suppose I already answered, I suppose, the second question by saying that I'd get the HSE to revert to you directly as to when those adverts will be placed. But I do think it's important to point out that some of them have arisen very recently. I believe the two staff nurse posts, those vacancies have only literally arisen in the last month. Another one of the vacant posts, a clinical nurse specialist in cardiac rehabilitation, has become vacant now because one of the candidates has been promoted to a candidate advanced nurse practitioner, which will ultimately be good to for the hospital. And indeed, some of the vacancies, they're actually looking ahead for 3 maternity leave posts which will arise in 2019. So it's not aspirational. We're going to do more in our Model 2s. We're already doing more in our Model 2s, and I think the evidence is there right across the country. I do believe, and had these discussions with the Chief Executive of the South West Hospital Group on Monday, there is capacity to do more in Mallow. I'm determined that we will, and I'm happy to keep in touch with you in relation to that.
Thank you, Minister.